Have you seen Olympics 2020 for opening and closing ceremonies and made you feel off? Don't worry, it could be probably because they seem ritualistic, and that is actually rooted back to the origins of this event. The 2020 for Paris Olympics was one of the most controversial Olympics in recent history. The Olympic Games have deep roots in ancient Greek paganism and religious practices. The ancient Olympic Games were originally held to honor Zeus, the king of the Greek gods. They were a religious festival that combined athletic competitions with sacrifices, rituals, and prayers. If you understand the origins, a lot of elements of today's shows will simply make sense. Since the tradition remains till this day, it would not be a surprise if those rituals were still in place. So what were these practices? Athletes made sacrifices to Zeus, typically pigs or sheep, hoping for divine recognition of their skills. Opening ceremonies involved athletes lining up before a giant statue of Zeus and swearing an oath to him in his temple at Olympia. The games featured rituals, feasts, and revelry alongside the athletic events. Now let's move on to pagan symbolism. The olive wreath crown awarded to victors had religious significance. The games were seen as elevating humans to a divine level, honoring the gods through athletic pursuits. That was until Roman Emperor Theodosius I banned the Olympics. So the opening ceremony consisted of procession from Elis, large group of athletes, officials, and spectators marched from Elis to Olympia, covering about 36 kilometers. This procession took a full day and night to complete. The group included athletes, their families, judges, and Olympic Council members. And then they did purification rituals. Just before arriving at Olympia, the procession stopped at the Pyrenean Spring. The Hellenodikai underwent the purification ritual involving the blood of the sacrificed boar. Oath-taking ceremony was when athletes entered the temple of Zeus. They swore an oath before a statue of Zeus, promising to obey the rules and compete fairly. The oath was taken over a slice of boar's flesh. What was the religious aspect? The first day was primarily dedicated to religious ceremonies. Sacrifices and rituals were performed to honor Zeus. The ancient Olympic opening ceremony was deeply rooted in religious tradition, combining athletic preparation with sacred rituals to honor the gods, particularly Zeus. The opening ceremony in Paris was named by public as blasphemous and disrespected many beliefs. The opening ceremony mocked the Last Supper with men and drag queens reenacting the religious event. The closing ceremony was a straight-up ritual, continuing the Olympics' strange subliminal ceremonies. The closing ceremony of the ancient Olympic Games in Greece was a significant religious and celebratory event. Here are the key elements of how the Olympics would end in ancient Greece. The final day was filled with individual sacrifices by athletes to thank the gods, especially Zeus. A large official sacrifice of 100 bulls at the great altar of Zeus, feasting and celebration. In Paris Olympics displayed the golden bull head, or ancient Greek bull reference as a sacrifice symbol. As I mentioned before, ancient Greek were sacrificing goats at the beginning ceremony and bulls at the closing one. There you go. The ceremony started with a man dressed in gold, called the Golden Voyager, who fell from the sky onto a dark world map. The Golden Voyager performed a strange ritual dance. They appeared a statue of a headless Nike. Nike's statue is located in Paris. Some have seen this as symbol of fallen angel. In fact, it could have multiple meanings. Nike, in Greek mythology, is the goddess who personifies victory in various domains, including athletics and also war. There was also a portal reference right here. Some say this had even deeper meaning moments later when certain characters displayed distress over portal closure while they stayed behind. The Paris Olympics also displayed the Pale Horseman, a sign of the end times. The ancient Olympics were as much a religious festival as an athletic event, with the closing ceremonies emphasizing gratitude to the gods and celebration of human achievement. Is this Nike and Louvre right here? She was referenced also at the opening. Snoop Dogg attended the 2024 Paris Olympics wearing a gold chain featuring a goat's head pendant, which some interpreted as resembling Baphomet, a figure associated with occultism. In response to the backlash, Snoop clarified in an Instagram video that the pendant represents the GOAT greatest of all time, not a satanic symbol. He expressed frustration over the accusations. His appointment as a torchbearer for the 2024 Paris Olympics has raised eyebrows due to his well-known association with cannabis use, which is a banned substance in Olympic competition. And then we have a number of athletes posing with one-eye symbolism to top up entire ritualistic atmosphere. What do you think about Olympics this year?
It goes with the story that this golden traveler has traveled. He has fallen.